and welcome to Inside Avondale, where you find out the things that are happening inside Avondale to progress this neighborhood to a neighborhood of choice. We are so excited to have Beth Robinson, CEO and president of the Uptown Consortium, in the studio today to discuss what's going on inside Avondale. It's a pleasure to see you, Beth.
Thank you, Ozie.
I hope things are going well.
Yeah, glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
Tell the people, what exactly is the Uptown Consortium?
Well, the Uptown Consortium is a nonprofit community development organization that was founded about 10, 11 years ago by the largest institutions in Uptown. And so those institutions are UC, Children's Hospital, Tri-Health, the University of Cincinnati, and the Cincinnati Zoo. And so we do a lot of work in the 5 neighborhoods of Uptown, a lot of community development work. We do transportation and planning, clean and safe, and a lot of marketing and communications of the Uptown area.
Those beautiful signs that we see across the neighborhood that say Uptown on them, did you guys have anything to do with that?
We did. That was one of our early projects several years ago. It's a wayfinding system that you'll find throughout Uptown in all the neighborhoods and around all the institutions, helping to direct all the visitors that come to Uptown and the families that come to the zoo and the students on the large institutions and the neighborhood business districts. Well,
that's exciting, and we owe you a debt of gratitude for that, and we appreciate the work that the Uptown Consortium did on the wayfinding piece and the parks piece. There's so much that the Uptown has worked with the community on, and we really, really appreciate that. This new project that you all have been working on with ACDC and with the Community Council and residents around Rockdale School, close to Children's, the Avondale Home Improvement Program. Can you tell me about that?
Yeah, we're very excited about this program. We partnered with Children's Hospital and with your organization, ACDC, to implement this program to try to stabilize the housing values and the improvements around the school and around the Burnett Avenue area. And what that program is, we provide a forgivable home repair loan for homeowners to make external repairs to their homes. And the loan is forgiven after 5 years if the homeowner stays in their home. So we've had good response, and thanks to your organization and your staff for going out and talking to homeowners and getting applications in. We've done 4 loans to date, and we just started last year, and we've got a couple of more in the pipeline, and we hope to extend the program for another year.
We're really excited about the Home Improvement Program. We call it the AHIP program, and the work that it's doing to stabilize the market around Rockdale School. And so we recently expanded it. Can you talk about the recent expansion from?
Yeah, we originally started out right around the school. That was the model we used. That was a model to us in similar areas across the country that was used, that you start with an important community asset such as the school. Since then, we've expanded it across Burnett Avenue over to Harvey Avenue and some of those areas, and also into your area in the Townhomes District. And so we're very excited about that as well. And, you know, our goal would be to once we get this program going and more people are aware of it, we can attract other funders to the program, and we can expand it throughout Avondale. That would be our long-range goal. Excellent.
So if you're paying attention, and if you live between Forest to Erkenbrecher over to Harvey, from Drury to Harvey, you are in the target area for the Avondale Home Improvement Program, and we would love for you to call us at 861 ACDC. That's 861-2232. If you live in the Town Center District, which is geography that is bounded by Forest to Glenwood, Washington to Reading Road, again, that's an opportunity. We only have one grant left in that area, one loan left in that area, but like Beth said, we're really looking to expand the program out and to get more coverage and more leverage out of it. And we want to, again, thank you for the Home Improvement Program, because quite frankly, and you know I like to be frank,
yes.
Since you took over leadership of the Uptown Consortium, the ideal to be more community friendly and community minded has excelled in this program, and give credit to Children's.
Absolutely.
This program is indicative of the type of partnership that we see with working with the Uptown Consortium with Children's Hospital.
Well, I appreciate that, Ozie, but we couldn't do it without you and organizations like your ACDC, where you have the community connections and the relationships in the community. And so honestly, it's a true partnership. It's not just us. We have many partners, and especially thanks to Children's Hospital because they funded the program.
How could our viewers reach the Uptown Consortium? Do you guys have a website?
Sure. Yeah, our website, which we like to put a lot of our projects and our pictures on, and so we can update people on what we're up to across Uptown, is uptownconsortium.org. So it's www.uptownconsortium.org. You can also call us at 871-8726. We'd be happy to take calls. And we'd be happy to hear.
861, you mean?
861. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because 861 is that's like an old school Avondale first three extensions.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm from Avondale lifelong.
Yes, yeah.
861. It's like when I was growing up, 861 1496 was my phone number.
You remember that?
Well, my phone number today is the new updated prefix 559, but I still got the same old ones. And seeing that I never answer my home phone, it's fine that everybody knows my home phone number. So tell us, can we find you on Facebook?
Yes, we are on Facebook under Uptown Consortium, and we like to post our community activities and projects there. And also you can follow me on Twitter at Beth at Uptown.
Beth at Uptown on Twitter. We're on Facebook at Uptown Consortium. We're 861-8726. And we're uptownconsortium.org.
That's right.
I just don't want to be blamed for not, giving all the information. And we're really excited that you are here today. And when we come back, we'll get to talk about your very new development on the Hickory Place townhomes. Looking forward to it.
Thank you.
Thank you. You got a king?
Go fish!
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
Let me tell you who to blame. Blame the boy lying at your feet, his body oozing life through the hole in his stomach where the bullet tore him apart. Blame him for challenging you, for not looking away and for not backing down when you pulled out the gun. Blame your mother for bringing you into this world when she was but a kid herself and for dragging you up, not bringing you up. Blame society for not giving you hope. Blame your father for not being there, the man who looked after himself instead of looking after you. Blame the gun in your hand for making you a target, for making you more likely to be picked on. Blame the dead boy, blame your mother, blame society, blame your father, blame the gun, blame anyone but yourself for not being strong enough to put down the gun, to break the cycle.
Here's my nephew Scruff about to run into trouble again.
Hey, Bobo, where's your video game? In here. Well, look at this. Uh-oh. It's my dad's. You want to hold it? What'll I do?
You'll see, but that's not the only problem he has.
Hey, here's a shortcut. Not down there, Square. I don't think it's safe. Come on, the coast is clear. I'm not taking a chance, Lance. Oh, no. Well, hello, Dogface. Come to give us your sneakers.
Uh-oh, trouble again, Scruff. What are you gonna do now?
I don't know.
If you get my new comic activity book, More Adventures with Scruff, you'll find out what you can do about bullies, drugs, and guns.
Am I the hero again?
You'll see. And you'll see lots of games.
Cool.
For your free copy of my new comic activity book, write Scruff McGruff, Chicago, Illinois, 60652. Scruff McGruff, Chicago, Illinois, 60652. And you'll be helping take a bite out of crime.
I want it.
Welcome back. We're so excited to have Beth Robinson from the Uptown Consortium here on Inside Avondale, where you can find us at Inside Avondale on Facebook. You can find us at Inside Avondale on Twitter. And you can subscribe to our YouTube station at Inside Avondale on YouTube. We really beg of you to support our social media platform and our communications platform. This show is aired on Channel 4 on Mondays at 9 o'clock, Wednesdays at 6:30, Thursday at 4 p.m., and Saturday at 2 p.m. And on Channel 24 every Monday at 12 noon. You can find us online at InsideAvondale.com. We really appreciate your viewing and wanting to know what's happening inside Avondale. Now, Beth, I was driving down Harvey, and I looked over and I saw a beautiful development. Tell me what's going on.
Gladly tell you what's going on, because we're very proud and excited about this project. What you saw were the Hickory townhomes on Northern Avenue. We are building 8 single-family townhomes that will be completed here shortly at the end of May, 1st of June. And it really marks, I think, a new beginning for our development role on Burnett Avenue, the Burnett Avenue area. We've concentrated on commercial development, and we realize that in order to complete that work, we really need some new housing, new homeowners to come into the area. And so that investment, we hope, will be the spark that will rejuvenate that whole corridor area. We took a look at what's happening in Over the Rhine, and the housing there, by anybody's standards, has been a great success. A lot of people coming in from the suburbs that want to be in the inner city near where they work. And so we went and recruited a development team that has had some tremendous success in Over the Rhine on Vine Street, and that is North Point, John Huber Homes, and Wickman Gunther Architects.
Wow, that's like an all-star team. I mean, Rick Kembler from North Point.
That's right.
And you said Huber Homes.
Right.
And Gunther?
That's right.
People, if you don't understand development, and I've been in the development game about a decade, she just said Ken Griffey Jr., Hank Aaron, and Barry Bonds. Like she said, like 3 major Hall of Famers. Wow.
That's right. And so I brought them to Avondale, and I said, can you help us? Do you see potential here? And their eyes lit up, honestly, with the beautiful housing stock in Avondale, the proximity to the institutions, to the great neighborhood. They know, they're very familiar with your work, Ozie, and the great community support there, and also with the new interchange coming at MLK. They just feel that Avondale is going to be the next hot neighborhood for housing. And so they were willing to stake their reputations, come up, and help us build these townhomes.
This is really exciting. Avondale has a significant role in the entire Uptown, being the largest African-American neighborhood in the Uptown, playing its role next to historical Clifton, and next to what's really happening Coreyville, and not too far from Cuff, where we got some exciting developments on McMillan, even some exciting developments coming up in the near future. And to have Avondale, prior to the exchange coming, which we'll talk about in the next segment, to have Avondale come up on Burnett Avenue, especially at a time when the choice neighborhood developments are happening on Reading Road, it's really a crucial time for Avondale. It's time for Avondale to really step up into what it could become and turn itself back to what it was in its glory days.
I couldn't agree more. I think the time is now for Avondale. The opportunities is there. We just have to be good stewards with that opportunity. And I think the important piece to the housing puzzle is that there's opportunity for all kinds of housing, whether it's rehab, which I know you're doing, new construction, and also all different price points. You have affordable housing, the middle income housing, but you also need a new product to attract new residents, because not everyone wants an older home. That's what I love, but I realize not everyone can take care of an older home and the upkeep, and a lot of people just want a new, modern home, and that's what we hope these townhomes will attract, that person that's looking to live in the inner city but needs a good product that they can feel good about and love. And we're very proud of the design. There's lots of windows, very urban kind of design. There'll be just under 1,400 square feet in the units. They'll have granite countertops and
Nice.
be finished beautifully. So we feel like they'll be very attractive for buyers out there.
1 bedroom, 2 bedroom. What's the makeup?
We have 6 2-bedroom homes and 2 3-bedroom homes.
So, 3-car garage, 2-car garage. How's that going to work?
Well, we have a 1-car garage with area for tandem parking just outside the garage.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, I know that you guys have worked hard to ensure a minority participation on the building of the homes. Can you talk a little about that, and maybe some about the partners that we work with, Web Ventures?
Yes, we have engaged Web Ventures as our economic inclusion consultant. And for those of you who aren't familiar with Web Ventures, I'll just name the principals. It's Howard Elliott, Henry Brown, and Bill Witten. So I'm sure a lot of your viewers are very familiar with those gentlemen. And they've done a great job with
another all-star team.
That's
by
right.
the way.
That's right. That's exactly right. And so what they're doing for us is they're identifying minority construction companies that can help build the townhomes. And this is very important to us, but it's also very important to John Huber Homes. And they've been very receptive and embraced this concept. And they have got bids from 2 companies, and they will be selecting one here within the next week or 2 to work on the home. And so we're very proud of that. And John Huber does homes throughout the tri-state area. And these companies, these relationships can be used in other locations as well. But most importantly, we plan to do a phase 2, to build another 8 townhomes, so these companies can then work on those townhomes as well. And
Awesome.
we're even looking at a phase 3, starting to begin that work.
Awesome. This is really exciting. It's a really exciting time for the Uptown Consortium, for Children's Hospital, for New Market Development in Avondale. There hadn't been a town home built like this, market rate, since the late 90s, early 2000s. So with Mark Cross's project, don't know the exact dates, but I know Mark Cross is the last developer of market rate housing. We're really excited about it. We want to thank you, Beth. We want to thank the Uptown Consortium members, and we certainly want to thank Children's Hospital, because, being an Avondale, lifelong Avondale resident, and seeing the transition, it has been a transition. We are holding hands, and we're busting butt to get this stuff done, but it's really starting to happen now. Like,
It is.
we've been going 10 years.
Yeah.
Like,
It's time.
is anything going to ever happen? But
That's
good
right.
things are happening, and we're
That's
really
right.
excited about it. Can you tell us again how we might, let me say, we can find you over at the Uptown Consortium. If you can give me your phone number one more
Sure.
time.
It's 861-8726.
I appreciate that. So we'll come back in a moment, and we'll talk a little bit about that MLK I-71 that has all of us really super excited. Be back in a moment, folks.
So good to see you guys. So, what's up?
Oh, we finally bought a place.
Holy cow.
You seriously have enough saved to do that?
We've been putting a little aside each month.
Jeez, at the end of the month, we have nothing left to save.
Yeah, I have no idea where it goes.
Well, you're spending a lot on...
Is it good?
Oh, God.
Oh, how is my account overdrawn?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind. Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
I'm only 17, but I know about investing. Believe in something, buy shares in it, watch it grow. So, what if you could invest in the future? The future of kids, like a stock. Not the kind of stock that's about making money, but a stock for social change. A whole new kind of investment called Better Futures. When you invest, it helps kids go to college. I could be one of the first college graduates from my family, the first philanthropist from my neighborhood. And if I'm the first, then maybe there's a second, and a third, Believe in us, invest in us, watch us grow.
My name is Sydney, and I'm your dividend.
As days go by, when will you realize that very little will change until you change it?
I am empowered.
Get connected to make a difference. Take the pledge. Text EMPOWER to 69866 or go to IamEmpowered.com. The National Urban League, celebrating 100 years.
Well, welcome back. It's been our honor to have Beth Robinson, President and CEO of the Uptown Consortium, here in the studios at Inside Avondale. Everybody's been talking about the I-71 MLK exchange. This is one of the most exciting projects in Cincinnati history. Can you talk about, from the development of the process to now, just how much of an effort has been put forth by the Uptown Consortium?
Well, the consortium has long advocated for that interchange because we recognize what a transformational project that truly is, and also access into and out of Uptown is critical, not only to the institutions, but also it impacts the neighborhoods, because if the traffic's not flowing well, you know, it's not good for the neighborhood residential traffic as well. So the effort started really probably about 7 or 8 years ago with various studies that we helped fund along with the City of Cincinnati and OKI that really studied various alternatives how to build the interchange and if it was feasible. And as a result of that, we got to a point where it was determined from an engineering perspective, yes, the interchange could be built. We could still maintain the Taft-McMillan exit because we didn't want that to close, because then we wouldn't have moved the needle very far. Right. And then also what would be the best alternative. So in that process, there were many, many community meetings looking
many long.
You were at every one, yes. And ODOT examined all these community feedback, comments, and aspects of what was important to various constituents in the Uptown area, and we all as a community selected the alternative that is being built today. So we got to a point where it became that we needed funding, and we made many trips to Columbus to meet with ODOT, and more importantly, or as importantly, the business community and the Cincinnati Chamber of Commerce stepped up. They recognized how valuable and important this project was, not just to Uptown, but to the city and actually the region as a whole. And so that effort, it was a collective effort, many people, including the neighborhoods of Uptown, that really advocated for this project right along with us, and that's how we got to where we are today.
So what do we think, or what do the studies show? What are the possibilities at MLK and I-71, and what What's the timeline? Is this like 2020, 2025? When is this thing going to be done?
Well, you can see the dirt is moving now, so it's well underway. We expect a completion date sometime at the end of 2016 and into the spring of 2017 to then complete the improvements at Taft and McMillan. So
wow, that's not long.
No, it's going to go very, very fast, and the potential for transforming Uptown is there are about 600 acres of underdeveloped or vacant land around the interchange.
Wow.
And you need only to drive over and you realize we need some investment in that area. That is going to be a front door coming into Uptown. It's going to be very important to set the tone of the community, and we feel we can use that land to attract new jobs to the area. We had an economic impact study done by UC that estimated anywhere from 5,000 to 7,000 jobs over a period of time. You know, over the next 10, 15, 20 years. It won't be, you know, in the first year, there's not going to be that many jobs. And the good thing about the consortium members is we all take a long-term perspective because the institutions I work for have been here for over 100 years in some cases, and so they're in it for the long term, and we want to make sure what gets built there is truly beneficial to all of us, including the neighborhood residents. So we don't want it to be your typical interchange with fast food restaurants and hotels. Not that there's anything wrong with those uses, but we want the design to be appropriate for a district like Uptown, and we want the neighborhood residents to benefit in the construction and in the jobs that are created.
That's just awesome. It's been a really, really good initiative to be involved with, and we're really excited about the interchange. We're excited about the work at Hickory Place. We're excited about the work of AHIP, and we're excited about the continual partnership with the Uptown Consortium. Personally, I got to tell you, you're an absolute blessing. I really, personally, you know how I feel about you. Professionally, hey, that's a whole nother thing. ACDC and Uptown Consortium have worked together. I've been calling him my big cousin from the beginning. We're really, really on to something. And that's what's happening here at Inside Avondale, where it's a wrap. And we appreciate Beth Robinson coming in today. God bless you.